Hi everyone, I'm the Clever Exotical, and today I'm going to be answering a viewer's question that they left in the comment section. This is from Lena5875, and she asked, can you do a video on how to navigate dating as a young, attractive woman? I've been too giving and it's backfired on me more than once. Thank you, Lena, for your comment. I'm going to be doing this video from a decentered perspective, a decentered men perspective, because I've been out of the dating game for over a year and a half.
In my opinion, I think a lot of women center men to be the center of their world. Like, it's always about getting a man, finding a man, keeping a man. When you start to prioritize yourself and making yourself the center of your world, you start to realize, is this man enough for me?
Aside from that, I've been working on myself so much, and I've learned so many things about the way men operate and in response to how much I treat myself. I actually should have asked you to specify a little bit, because there are so many avenues that I could talk about when you feel like you're overgiving.
There are two primary reasons why you do this. We're going to call these the double V's. The first is an issue with your value. You've been taught that being a good woman is about giving, self-sacrificing, putting the needs of others before yours. The second V is about your vision. You have a vision of what you want your ideal relationship and partnership to look like. And you're so committed to that vision that you aren't able to see past it to recognize what's actually in front of you.
For me, once I started seeing men for who they were, and I started seeing my power on how I could leverage my young and attractive self as a woman in order to get what I want. Because I do believe personally that if you're young and attractive, you're going to have to navigate in a different way. I'm not saying, go after older rich men, because I tried doing that. It's just not personally for me. Maybe for some other people. If anything, my physical standard is like young rich guys. Like, I love like a cute like Central C.
Before you go running behind and trying to find a man that got it, you should become that, because then you attract it. You know, and that's soft girl era for me. Not just somebody's taking care of you and you don't have to lift a finger. Like, I mean, that's cool too. But just having your own too, because if that's gone, it ain't no more soft girl, baby.
Like, anyways, back to the topic. For a young attractive woman, you're gonna need to be the stereotype that you are. You need to be conceited. You need to be all about yourself. You need to have the standards to say no whenever things aren't going right.
Let's turn up to a photo shoot and you got a $50 clothes budget and some sliced pickles on board. You want to know what? No, I am going to leave. You know what? Next time they know better. But had I accepted the pickle juice, I would be drinking pickle juice right now.
Once you have all these things down, you're going to realize that, hey, like, it's going to be a privilege for someone to share my energy with. So now I'm going to be picky in terms of who I let into my life, if you get what I mean. So now, even though I'm not completely dating someone, as in like I have a boyfriend or on the verge of getting married, I do still interact with men in a way that actually benefits me, because as a young, beautiful woman, I could still get benefits from a relationship as a single woman. There's always going to be a guy that wants to flirt with you and wants to hear you yap away. So I get my satisfaction through that. There's always going to be someone to ask you out, and that's where you can get your dates from. And there's also some guys out there that you can pay your bills and things of that nature. From my perspective, I think that the way I understand men now is ultimately the reason why I still am able to get these things is because I put in the work into myself. I'm still open to a relationship, but a lot of men, especially if you're young and you want a young partner as well, like someone in your age range, a lot of guys are still going to be dusty. So they're going to have dusty tendencies. They're going to want you to go 50-50 on things. And then people are going to see you as a bad person for not actually wanting to go 50-50.
I don't know, I just don't think this is like great for me. I don't want to do it. I want to go home. Like, I can't take the pressure of it. But don't you think any job interview...
50-50 is not good. Like, what? I feel when I used to go 50-50, I felt like I was just spending. It wasn't like there was no spending value. So if he were to buy me a gift and I bought him a gift, it's like I just bought that gift myself. if you get what I mean. So from there, I learned to cut that out completely. Don't go 50-50. That actually eliminated part of my overgiving habits. And yes, that does eliminate like what it feels like 90% of men in the dating market in my age range. But you know what? It's worth it, because you know that you still have that dignity, you still have that self-worth, and you're still on that pedestal. Also, what I've learned about being a young, attractive woman in the dating game is that you are seen more as a commodity and something to experience rather than an actual person.
Once you realize that a man does not give an F about you, you will be happier as a woman. When you start to think this way, you will naturally prioritize yourself.
Which kind of sucks in a way, but this is just reality. A lot of guys will itemize you and put you into a category of either an HOE or try to push your boundaries to see if they can, I don't know what they think. There's a reason why a lot of guys fumble baddies. I don't know. They just like act up whenever they have a baddie. I don't know. You're also going to have to realize that a lot of men out there are kind of DL, or they just are jealous and kind of envious of what pretty beautiful women have in general and the privilege that they have in society. So you're also going to need to come to certain dates and approach certain situations with a level head. You know those feelings that you get when you're infatuated with a guy, and it sometimes can cloud the judgment of your decision making with that person. That feeling dies if once you put everything into yourself, including that love, because you're not fantasizing about, oh, what this guy can do for me. Realistically, you have to be realistic. What can this guy bring to me? Not just words,
Ever thought about where you want to get married? We should go to Lake Como. I heard it's beautiful over there. I feel like I've known you a lifetime. You and I just have so much in common. Like
what?
Like everything. I just want to, I don't know, dance in the rain. Do you like Christmas?
Yeah.
God, you're perfect.
Some guys will cap, okay? They will cap about all the things that they will do for you just to get one thing, and you know what I mean. I remember I was talking to this guy, and he was like, oh yeah, I'll fly you out and everything. Like, my head was like boosted because I'm like, oh yeah, I'm that girl. He'll definitely fly me out. And needless to say, like, he didn't actually do that. And there's a lot of guys out there that are like that, to where they will just say anything and with the intentions of not actually following through. And I've had guy friends who admit this to me multiple times that they do this to women. I've seen it in action where they just cap all day, especially those dating apps. Let me tell you, those dating apps, a lot of guys are capping on there. Be wary. Anyways. Needless to say, dating as a young woman is simple. Just put all that energy back into yourself. Once you do that, and once you establish yourself, you may need to go on a dating break for a little bit, right?
Once you are showing up for yourself, making happen, doing everything that you say you're gonna do, you will start to fall in love even more with that woman.
Do anything you can in order to establish a good sense of self in a way that when you're dating someone, it's an experience to date you. And what do you do with experiences? Experiences are exclusive, like, especially if like you're a young, beautiful woman, like you're the highest standard in society. So we got to act like it, ladies. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, and make sure to check out all the other videos on my YouTube. And I hope this made you feel a little bit better about yourself. I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and bye for now.